those types of cranes as well. When I had Ray seek out and say he wants to do his math and he wants to use our study, we had significant contacts throughout the United States. He applied to, I think, 10 different universities. He got immediate response, and the one that wanted it the most was MIT. And so Ray went to MIT, and he graduated in 1 year, and we published the first, we had just 90 crane accidents in that particular study. And they are working with us now on our current study. And so we had the first publication that came out, and it dealt with, as I said, around 94 of the crane accidents. If I look at some of the data between 87 and 2008, we had 378 crane accidents that we could physically look at that we had sufficient data at the criteria that MIT had established for us. Out of those, we had 317 that were categorized, commercial construction, 124 accidents, highway, 33, residential, 20, and industrial and refining, manufacturing, 140. We also separated out critical lifts, and we had defined the critical lifts as either multi-crane lifts or they were specifically laid out as a critical lift, and they had a lift plan that was specific for that procedure. And the different crane types, our number one crane accidents that we have are mobile, which is not mobile hydraulic, which is not unusual because that's probably more mobile hydraulic cranes out there than anything else. Mobile lattice were number 2, which once again would not be a surprise. Tower cranes were 3, and bridge or overhead cranes were 4. So those were the 3 types of, or 4 types of major types of cranes that were involved in the accidents that we looked at. From a responsibility standpoint, operator still was number one cause of accidents at 25.7% of our accidents. Our riggers were number 2, lift director, and then the site supervisor. Now, what is interesting in this is what we found is that from a failure mode standpoint, rigging was by far the number 1 cause of accidents. And when we are currently also including a number of injuries, deaths, property damage, etc., and rigging